There's an attitude that has to go away. It's simple. I'll read something from the book. Money is a substance used as a medium for exchange, measures of wealth, or means of payment. Purpose of money. Money is to be used for the purpose of eliminating burdens, financial burdens. It should be used to advance your financial position and your financial purpose. And it should be there to protect your finances. One thing I'm going to give you tonight, as you're in the fourth quarter now, which is basically from October to December the 31st, I'm going to ask you one question. What are you going to pay down? From a financial perspective. Oh, I know those. They've got their 401ks. You can't touch if you're in your 20s, you can't touch your 401k until you're 59 and a half. So you just tying up money. You're just tying up money. And I'm not saying you shouldn't. You should. But what's working for you now? I can tell you one thing that's not working for you. Every time something come up, it feels better than your life. So what you do is you give up your plan on life to go attach yourself to an event. You walk away from your plan for life and of life. Your schedule ain't a schedule if an event comes up. And one of the biggest, sickest tricks is you think you're in charge. And when you think you're in charge, now you lose your ability to focus on your life. Remember the 4 things I gave you guys a couple weeks ago? They were called the Four Horsemen. These 4 things will drain your pockets. Your attitude, your behavior, your focus, and your discipline. So you can sit around with your bottle of wine and a glass of scotch, and you can tell people all day what you think you are and what you drive. Miss 2 paychecks. Sometimes you miss 1. 90% of what you have has to go away. That's why you need this class. That's why you need to be in this class. What are you going to pay down in fourth quarter? And many people, according to the plans and the studies, you don't even have a budget. And I've said it before, if you're paying bills, you're not paying yourself. Now you have to come and talk to me personally on why I made that statement. If you're paying bills, if your paycheck is paying your bills and paying your mortgage, then you just a farmhand. Can I give you the optimal word? What's paying you? What do you make outside of your paycheck? Weekly, daily, monthly, quarterly. What do you make? And you feeling good because you got a good credit score and you paid your bills. That is so nice. Let's give you a hand clap. Sister Cletus. Sister Cletus paid her bill. Lord have mercy. That child paid her bills this month. Oh, Lord, nobody had to help her. Look at you, Uncle Festus. You paid your bills. And you still got 32 cents in the bank. Because nothing's paying you. So, what's your plan? The first thing is, what are you going to pay down? And most people who are listening, you don't have a budget. Because you don't like budgets. You don't want to see a budget. And then what little bit of money you have left over, you socialize with it. You take pictures at fancy restaurants and little group huddles. Everybody cheesing. Hello? You know what I'm talking about, don't you? And you're feeling good, and your friends are texting, oh, I like it, I love it, I wish I was there, but I mean, yeah, okay. Broke friends tend to lead to broke people. Okay, so here is the other thing. What's your plan? Now, if you really want to know what pay down means, then you need to have a conversation with me. And first of all, because let's go ahead and give this one. We'll give you one, okay? Society and family and situation and culture has taught you to pay on. And you feel good because you pay on. And 99% of what you pay on, you paid the interest, but you didn't pay the bill. Because most people pay the minimum balance. I had a credit card, I owed $16 on it. I looked at the financial report and they told me that it would take 7 years to pay off $16. Because every month they would say you didn't have to make a payment. If you're a writer, you need to write this, read the fine print. So you're like, oh, I don't know, but $16, I mean, shoot, I'll just catch that up later. What you fail to realize is they charge you 35% interest. Because if you pay the $16 off, you don't owe them nothing. But if you keep avoiding the payment, they keep charging the interest. And I would have owed them $800+ in interest for a $16 bill. But y'all don't think y'all need this class. Y'all just want me to give y'all a bunch of ideas so y'all can run out here and think you can make something and it'll be all right. It ain't gonna be all right. Because you know what? I can give you the seed, but you still don't know how to plant it. Because when I give you the seed, you can identify what kind of seed it is. And why is that, sir? Because you won't read. And if you won't read, that means you won't listen. If you won't listen, that means you can't learn. If you can't learn, that means it's impossible for you to understand. What are you saying and why are you talking to me like this? Because I need you to come to in-person class. So now I'm going to give you a couple little nuggets before we go. Number one, what plan do you have for your life? What plan? Well, I'll work every day. Keep it up. And eventually that won't be any work. And you spent all 40 years outside your house and should have paid it off in 30. And you still stuck with a house payment 40 years later. Number two, what's your plan for spiritual growth in God and God's word? This is why Nicodemus went to God by night. He had the big medallion on, and he was a judge in the Sanhedrin court. So he went to Jesus at night because he figured Jesus, he was a person of authority, and he could whisper to Jesus, and Jesus would tell him something that he could just go back and do. And God said, except a man is born of the water and born of the Spirit. That's why you hear me talk about innate inheritance and spiritual birthright. It is the spiritual birthright that helps awaken the innate inheritance, because 90% of you are doing what you shouldn't be doing, and you're making money, but money ain't making you. Number three, educated, think you're doing good. What's the real plan for the next 3 years of your life? Remember, financially, pay down. I have it written right here, but I can't tell you. Pay down. So what's the next 3 years of your life? Do you have a plan? Number four. Correction. Oh, I got 2 3s on here. Somebody tell me don't add nothing together, please. Don't add nothing together. Number four. It's okay to laugh. I laugh at myself too. In the next 3 years, number 4, what are you going to do to upgrade your skills? What are you going to do? What somebody tell you? Whoever hires you? Whoever trains you for free? Free ain't what you want. Because free don't give you all the details. Normally, when people give things away free, they don't have much value. And if they have value, they won't keep value. That's most things that are free. I want to make that very clear. You can't demand something when you got it for free. Number 4, what are you going to do to upgrade your skills? And what will you do to receive the next level education? Because what I'm trying to do, can you give me my hat? Because if I reach down there, I'll probably fall off, and then somebody will be making jokes. Then I'll be fighting. I want you to grow out of doing everything from the seat of a fireman. And what does that mean? Many people have taken their finances and fought other people's fires. Because that's my brother, and that's my sister, and that's my aunt, and that's my uncle. And many times you're helping people who are going to need help next month. And what's the return on your money? And who's going to help you when you have a fire? Can I give you a few things you can tell people? Number 1, I wish I could help, but let me give you a little bit of advice. And number 2, it's not in my budget. And number 3, I'm stretched. You didn't say you didn't have it. But if you don't have it to give away, let's be real plain, because I'm getting ready to close. More people owe you than paid you back. Am I right? So if you were to be a good steward over your financial affairs, you wouldn't have to wear the red hat. Because whether you, me, or whoever, there's a financial fire coming to your life. And while you done covered Uncle Bucky and Loose Lip Sally, who gonna cover you? Now you mad and mad at God. If you take that fireman's hat off and say, you know what? It ain't in my budget this month. I see the looks on your face. It ain't in my budget this month. I'm already stretched to the limit. And I just don't have it right now. I'll pay you back. If you could pay me back, you could have paid your bill. And ain't nobody want to talk to me now. Because then it tells me you have no reserves. So if I loan you my money can't be your reserves. My money is a patch. My money should be paying down my budget. Y'all don't look like y'all didn't like that one. Let me give you number 5. I think I got this one right. What's your plan for financial stability? Now, this gonna stick, and I'm gonna leave you with this. There's a couple more, but you gotta be with me tomorrow. What's the reason number 4? What's your plan for financial stability? Ask me why. And ask me why am I teaching this now? Is so you won't be codependent on your tax return. If you get a budget now, and that budget works going into first quarter, you won't have to pay people 35% of your tax return for those of you who get tax returns to try to survive and go buy a car. I'm not saying you don't need it, so please don't be trying to say nothing ugly, because, I just got the Holy Ghost this morning. I'm not sure it's working right now. So, you might say something to me and you get something back. So let's just keep it real. But if you become financially stable, you will not be codependent upon your taxes. And somewhere down the line, I'm going to teach you really where your tax returns, if you get one. And if you do, I'm happy for you. Help me pay my taxes. Okay? Ain't nobody want to do that, do we? My CPA texted me today. I started to shoot him a bird, but I couldn't. He talking about, he's smart. He gets me and I get him. And he said, oh, this your fourth deadline, huh? Okay, maybe you will get this one. I'm like, man, I'm going through right now, but I better get those done. But I'm just saying, what's your plan for financial stability so you won't be codependent on a tax return? God bless you. I'll see you soon.